Hi guys! So today I have a super exciting interview planned with Miss Mentalembellisher herself. She is a very popular Contrado artist. She has been selling her art for years and years since she was 16 years old. She is a veteran in the business, and she has an incredibly unique, really notable style as well. So we're super excited to talk to her. Hi Anne! How's it going?
Hi Katie. Everything is fine. I'm sitting in my garden here in France. The birds are tweeting. Everything is good.
First of all, before we kind of get into anything, you obviously have a Contrado store that is very successful. What other kind of ways do you sell?
It tends to be Facebook, Instagram, word of mouth. And I've had a few pop-up shops here and in Brighton. I don't have a website. I do have mentalembellisher.com, which goes directly to Contrado, which is great.
Nice, amazing. All right. So tell us a little bit about your background, how you got into the business. You mentioned you went to art school, and how did you come up with your style? How did you land on this kind of style, and how would you describe it as well?
I describe it as retro collage. It's very quirky. I tend to throw in lots of little surprising elements, some quite cheeky things, quite a lot of theatrical influences in there. I did go to art school. I was in art school in London back in the early 80s. And I've always sold my art. I used to paint a lot of murals, I did portraiture, I was an illustrator, I made jewellery, mosaics, just all sorts of things. I like putting elements together. I think that's why I love making collage art digitally, because it transfers so well to clothes and soft furnishings. And it's the way my house is pretty much like that as well, very chaotic. Lots of eclectic things. So yeah, it seems to please a lot of people. Colourful people with colourful lives tend to like my stuff.
So did you start off as an artist doing a lot of physical things and then move on to digital?
Well, in the 80s, murals were very popular. And I used to work on, there was something called the South Bank Splash, funnily enough, by the National Theatre and the NFT and the Royal Festival Hall. And I used to do the murals for them. I did a lot of murals. I did some murals in Sydney, quite a few in London. That was all very physical, where you actually, you have to really get into it to make the art. And I used to do portraiture, life-size portraiture. That again was quite a physical thing. And then I would make things from things I found. I would do patchworks and quirky knitting and then jewellery. And then I discovered the world of digital art. And I thought, oh, this is cool. I can do this sitting down. So yeah, I really like this. It's a nice way to work.
So why did you actually start deciding to sell art? Like, I mean, I assume, you were kind of an artist first, and then did you find that there was demand for it? Did you want to design products, or?
I saw online, I think I saw a dress I liked, and I worked out how it had been printed. I thought, I can do that. I'm sure I can do that. And so I did it. And then I thought, I think I was actually invited by Contrado to open a shop. It was way back when they were looking for artists to start up shops. And someone called Mike the Bridge got in touch with me, and he sort of taught me how to do it, really. So I owe a lot to him, and he's a fantastic artist too.
Was Contrado the first sort of place that you started selling products online?
They all sort of happened at the same time. I think Mike found me because I was on Society 6, which a lot of artists use. It's in the States. But Contrado is pretty unique in that it is completely sweatshop-free. Everything is ethically made. The materials are top quality.
So obviously, it's been a really hectic past year for a lot of people, especially small businesses. So I'm interested to hear what kind of challenges did you face during the pandemic? Any changes, any surprises? And then how are you finding it now that things are starting to open up again?
It didn't really change that much for me, apart from not being able to travel, obviously, because I have family abroad. but I found myself putting more energy into designing more stuff for Contrado and selling more because people couldn't get to the shop, so they were relying on online shopping. So I think it really benefited me.
Yeah, amazing. And there you go. And so did you find that you were making more sales during the pandemic because people were shopping online?
Definitely, especially the face masks. These really took off, and I hadn't really planned it, because I had been to Korea a few years ago, and in Korea, where I was in Seoul, everybody wears face masks in public and have done for years. So it's de rigueur. But they were all very boring. There was no options for different designs. So when I came back from that trip, I just started designing fun face masks. So the instant Contrado offered them in the shop, I had everything ready. So I literally uploaded hundreds and hundreds of designs to my shop. And they were really popular. I mean, I sold a few thousand.
And what do you find unique about using Contrado? I'm interested to find, like, what was it that attracted you to it, that made you want to start selling with us?
Many things. One, I felt as if I was coming full circle in my artistic career, because Contrado was literally 5 minutes from where I spent all my teenage years. So it's an area I know well. When I found out that it was completely sweatshop-free, that everyone was working in really good conditions, that was wonderful as well. The actual site is user-friendly, which can't be said for a lot of sites. It's very easy to contact people if there is a problem. It's just a lovely atmosphere, and the quality is fantastic. I've never had anyone complain about the quality, from leggings to bags to thermoses to just everything. So I am really at ease knowing that people can order stuff and just be happy. It's wonderful. It's our reputation at stake. If they get a shoddy piece of workmanship, then it's not Contrado's fault, it's Mentalembellisher's fault. And just knowing that a lot of the stuff is handmade, the bags are hand stitched at the end. The craftsmanship is amazing in some of these products.
In regards to your customer base, how did you start to grow a customer base of people who were interested in your products?
It started really with social media on Facebook, mostly on my personal page, but also when I wear my things, people tend to ask me where I got them from. So either I've got a few business cards in my pocket, or sometimes I'm at the swimming pool wearing a Contrado Mentalembellisher swimming costume, and they stop me mid-length and say, "Where did you get that?" And I say mentalembellisher.com, which goes straight to Contrado. It just grows organically, really. There's a lot of word of mouth as well.
Amazing. And so the last kind of question that I have for you, Anne, is what advice would you give to a Contrado artist who is just starting out? They've just started becoming an artist. They're maybe got some demand. What kind of advice would you give them?
I think very simply, just make your shop really eye-catching, because there are so many people selling online. There are so many artists selling their stuff. And scrolling is a thing. People just scroll and scroll. So if something is eye-catching and they stop and look, then you're halfway there. And then they click. And then the nice thing on Contrado at the moment also is the 3D app. So when people click on your link, they can twirl the items around, which makes them far more desirable. But I'd say there's so much competition out there. Just make it different, make it yours, and gradually you'll get more customers.
Amazing. Well, Anne, thank you so much, Mentalembellisher, for meeting with us, for speaking with us, for giving us all of your wisdom. This has been absolutely incredible. You can find Mentalembellisher on Instagram, on Facebook, obviously on Contrado, and it has been a pleasure.
Well, thank you so much, and I've been really enjoying the sunshine here as well, and meeting you, and hi Tom, and love to everyone there.
Thank you, Anne.
Bye!